All right, so I have a panel of guests here in studio, and we'll be discussing the NASA manifesto here, also comparing it to what Jubilee has to offer. But before then, President Uhuru Kenyatta this afternoon leads the Jubilee team in campaigns to another Jubilee stronghold in Kirinyaga County. He campaigns in Kirinyaga after he led campaigns in Tharaka Nithi, where he made a rallying call to voters to back him to deliver a resounding defeat to his rival in the upcoming polls. And I have my colleague, senior political reporter, Chris Thairu, joining us from Kirinyaga. Chris, thank you so much for joining us here on the show. So talk to us about, first maybe you can just give us an overview of how things were yesterday in Tharaka Nithi and what we could expect today in Kirinyaga, where you are.
Well, a very good morning to you, Betty, and to viewers. I'm in Kirinyaga County, and this is the section between the interjunction between Kirugoya and Kutus in Kirinyaga County. And the president is expected to land any time from around 11. We understand that he is in Nairobi, where he is expected to address the nation. A lot of activities happening. If my cameraman Willis can just pan his camera, a lot of activities. Politicians in Kirinyaga County are trying to at least gather the youths and locals here as they await President Uhuru Kenyatta to arrive anytime from 11. And of course, Kirinyaga County is one of the Jubilee strongholds. Remember that yesterday the president was in Tharaka Nithi, and the reception was great. And he actually, during his most of these stopovers, he continued promising Kenyans in what and stipulating what his manifesto says in terms of the projects that his government is trying to initiate in different parts of the country. And in Kirinyaga County, going by what the IEBC released yesterday in terms of the registered voters, we have at least 350,000 registered voters in Kirinyaga County. And so we've not seen the opposition really coming to Kirinyaga County to campaign, but we've seen that the president has at least made inroads into Kirinyaga County, trying to consolidate his support and the voters in this region. Most of what we expect here today is the politics of the local politics here. Remember that we have for the position of the governor, we have three candidates who have at least it's a three-horse race for the gubernatorial seat in Kirinyaga County. We have the former cabinet secretary for devolution, that's Anne Waiguru, and we have the incumbent, that's Ndathi, who is vying for this position as an independent candidate. And of course, we have the NARC Kenya party leader, Martha Karua. But I've talked to various people here, and they're telling me that that race has narrowed down to a two-horse race between the two ladies. That's Anne Waiguru on a Jubilee party ticket and Martha Karua on a NARC Kenya party ticket. Let's see how we'll be waiting to see how that politics actually will be playing out. Remember that both they have already agreed that they will be supporting the re-election of President Uhuru Kenyatta. But what we've seen is that when the president is touring areas that we've seen there are Jubilee candidates and independent candidates, what we've seen is that they've been avoiding giving them a chance to address the locals so that they can avoid the issue of trying to disgruntle the residents here or try to disgruntle residents of other areas that feel that maybe the Jubilee nominations were not free and fair. And so, of course, of interest will be to see how the local politics in Kirinyaga County play out, Betty.
Chris, finally, maybe we could talk about what you've just brushed through, the local politics of the region, and some areas in central Kenya normally do not go really with the general direction of the domineering party. Are we likely to see that happen this time round, that, you know, we don't have that so-called six-piece voting in a place like Kirinyaga County, where you have quite a number of different candidates, especially who are going for the gubernatorial seat?
Well, Betty, going by what we've seen since the Jubilee nominations were concluded, is that there are some people who still feel that they are disgruntled in the manner in which the party conducted their nominations. And during President Uhuru Kenyatta's tour in Meru County, in Tharaka Nithi County, we've seen that those who fell out from the Jubilee party but moved to other political parties like the Mandeleo Chap party that is led by Machakos Governor Alfred Mutua, and of course we have the NAK Kenya party in central Kenya, and we have DP, we have PNU, we have so many affiliate parties that they continue insisting that yes, they support the re-election of President Uhuru Kenyatta, but in how the nominations were handled by the Jubilee party, they felt that it was not in the free and fair, and so we'll be waiting to see whether what the Kenyans or what the residents of these strongholds, Jubilee strongholds, really feel that they were disgruntled. They still have the final say at the ballot, and maybe that's why we've seen that President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy president, that is William Ruto, they have been avoiding giving them a chance to address the locals, and what they've been doing is that they have been addressing that's the president and his deputy, and that's all. Let's see whether this time round in Kirinyaga County, whether at least Martha Karua will be attending today's Jubilee campaigns, whether Ndathi, who is the current or the incumbent governor, will be attending today's campaign. But we know that Anne Maiguru, who is of course vying on a Jubilee party ticket, she will be playing as the host for President Uhuru Kenyatta, because we believe that these will be Jubilee campaigns, Betty.
All right, thank you very much, Chris Nairu, for that. So he's going to be keeping us updated on what's happening down there in Kirinyaga County. Remember, the president is going to be leading his team there later on today, and we're expecting that he's going to be giving an address in a few moments. So we'll be crossing over there and live, and of course